exposing a deeper layer of this teaching of bhakti than is commonly understood among the devotees in the West. In the English language, very few people understand this. Even in India, very, very few people understand this. They're mostly on the level of Vaidhi Bhakti. You practice all these rules and regulations, and you go to Vaikuntha. That's nice. Okay, next. You want to go to Vaikuntha? I'll teach you all those rules and regulations, no problem. But that's not what we're really doing here. What we're really doing is we're going beyond the process of rules-based devotional service. And we're going to the level of ecstatic love, ecstatic devotional service, bhava and prema. We have to reach this level, or we cannot get to the ultimate goal of pure devotional service. The way Rupa Goswami uses the term, or ecstatic love. The way Rupa Goswami uses the terms, that means the ultimate goal. Uttama adhikari. There are three levels of devotional service. Kanishta adhikari means neophyte. Madhyam adhikari means intermediate. And Uttama adhikari means perfect, self-realized. And we know from reading histories of the great souls in India that they were all profoundly very different-minded people than we are. You could even say they were eccentric. You could even say they were a little mad. By materialistic standards, they are mad. Because they're going after something that is only subjective and only made of pure consciousness. I mean, what is love? Love is about as subtle a thing as that can exist. Love is pure consciousness. Has anybody ever been in love? Have you ever been in love? Do you know anybody that's been in love? Did you see them when they were in love? Or do you remember being in love and how it felt? It's like everything is beautiful, right? Until you discover that, actually your lover is a member of the NRA or something like that. So, I didn't mean well, never mind. In the U.S., the NRA is the National Rifle Association. Oh, okay. So, he's Irish. So, or his body is anyway. The point is that you can be in love in the material world, but you always come crashing down again. It's like you can take some drug and you can get really high, and you can feel like, yeah, everything's great, and then you come down. But with devotional service, everything that you gain is eternal. You see? So once you attain it, you never come down. You never come down. You can bring your consciousness down to the level where you can talk to people on other platforms of consciousness. But you yourself don't have to come down from that level. It's kind of a mental trick. If I was to manifest the way I really feel about all this stuff, I wouldn't be able to explain all this so rationally. But, that's sahaja, you see? Because it's not appropriate to manifest all these ecstatic symptoms in public. And if somebody does that, that means they're just searching after cheap name and fame, and they're just an imitator, and don't pay them much attention, because it's not the real thing. The real thing, just like when you get together with your beloved for enjoyment of loving pastimes, you don't go out in public, in the park or something. Well, they do here in Chile, but anyway, normal people, tasteful people, they don't inflict their intimate pastimes on others. nor do they expose them to others, because it's really nobody else's business. It's between you and your beloved. So, similarly, when one is in love with Krishna, he does not expose those intimate pastimes to others. They're private, they're confidential. They're not for public consumption. See, it's nobody else's business. Nobody else would understand anyway. See, I mean, Lord Chaitanya can do it because he's God and he can get away with anything. But even then, there were still many pastimes that he did not display in public. He displayed his kīrtan pastimes. But his pastimes of madness and like that were only manifested to very intimate devotees and disciples. And when he was out in public, he acted just like a perfectly ordinary sannyasi. See, and we follow that same principle. We don't believe in acting these things out in public, because it's just nobody's business. It's between the devotee and Krishna. It's intimate pastimes, and it's not for public consumption. So don't accept these so-called devotees that put on a big show, and then, oh yeah, this is so advanced, we can't explain anything because it's all leela and blah blah blah. No. If they really know, if they really realize, they can sit down and explain everything perfectly, logically, and consistently from the beginning to the end, just like we're doing. Just like Rupa Goswami is doing. Just like Prabhupada is doing. See? But the real question is, do you have the patience to sit through the entire explanation and understand everything properly, and then take the appropriate action? Let me explain what I mean by appropriate action. Suppose I were to tell you, let's say I'm a friend of your father. I'm your father's best buddy. And one day your father passes away. And after the funeral and everybody is through grieving and everything, one day I come to you and I tell you confidentially, your dad told me that he buried a large amount of gold under the foundation of your house. And knowing him, was probably in the northeast corner. Thought you might want to know that. And then I would go my merry way. Now, what are you going to do? Any ideas?
Where's the
Get the shovel, right? The shovel and the compass. That would be an appropriate reaction. I just told you, basically I gave you the information. It's not like I took you by the hand and I grabbed the shovel and I dug it out for you. But I gave you the information that would allow you to dig it out for yourself. So similarly, this is what we're doing here. I can't attain devotional service or pure love of Krishna for you. I can't give it to you. It's Krishna's role to give it because it belongs to him. It's under his power. He only gives it to people that he really trusts and who he's very satisfied with. Okay? So what we're doing is we're giving the instructions. We're saying there's a great fortune, a great treasure, and it's buried in your heart. And you can dig it out by using these certain methods that change your consciousness. It's already there. It's waiting for you. It's your inheritance from your father, your spiritual father, God. If you really want this inheritance, here's what you have to do. And then we're giving so many subjects and so many processes, and so many things you have to know to find it. It's a little more complicated than dig in the northeast corner, but you get the idea. This is why we're going over Nectar of Devotion. This is why we're going over Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. This is the purpose of all these instructions. So, I think I've explained everything. Huh? So, are there any questions? What time is it? 8:30. See? I know exactly 2 hours. I'll be very surprised if there aren't any questions.